Hi guys, Robby46 here, welcome yourselves back to Ride 2. It is officially the countdown to Ride 3. Ride 3 is out in a couple of weeks' time. And Milestone has released a pretty big bombshell that Ride 3 on the Xbox One X, the PS4 Pro, and obviously the PC as well. The game will run at 60 frames per second. You may have seen my my little post on the community tab yesterday. So yeah, Ride 3 on the enhanced versions on PS4 Pro, Xbox One X, and on PC hardware, depending of course on PC. But yeah, the game's going to run at 60 FPS, which is really nice. Ride 2 runs at 30, so it will be nice to have Ride 3 at 60 FPS. It's going to make the game a lot smoother and everything, so it's definitely something like a lot of us have been asking for quite a while. So it's nice that that it is going to 60 FPS. MotoGP 18 on consoles was 30 FPS, so there was a little bit of doubt going into Ride 3 whether it's going to be running at 30 or 60, mainly because MotoGP 18 using the Unreal Engine 4 ran at 30 FPS, but they have got it to run at 60 FPS on the enhanced versions on PS4 Pro and Xbox One X. Unfortunately, it sounds like it's not going to run at 60 FPS on the base PS4 or Xbox One standard versions. So it looks like it's just for the enhanced versions on the X and the Pro, and of course PC as well. But it would have been on PC anyway, 60 FPS, even if it was 30 FPS on everything else, because you know, PC. So yeah, I just thought I'd start doing a few more Ride 2 videos in the lead up to Ride 3. Really excited for Ride 3, cannot wait to get my hands on it and put loads of content out for you guys to watch, and I hope you'll stick around to watch that series, because there's going to be a hell of a lot going on. And of course there is that little something that I previously semi-announced about the livery editor to get you guys involved. But yeah, more on that when the game comes out. But yeah, only a couple weeks left to go until Ride 3 will officially be released. Obviously it would have been out if it hadn't been delayed already, but I mean, the delay's been a good thing, because coming out of it has come the 60 FPS. So if that's what they worked on in that timescale when they delayed the game, and hats off to them. Obviously we've had the track list, all the tracks listed that is available to look at, so we can see all the tracks and everything. One of the major ones is obviously Cadwell Park, which is something that was on my wish list and a lot of people's wish list and everything. So Cadwell Park is in it. You got Alton Park, Brands Hatch, Laguna Seca is in it as well. Love Laguna Seca, so looking forward to getting around there. Obviously you got Macau. Now I did read the description of Macau, and they haven't 100% recreated it even. I need to try and find the description again, but it is like they've kind of put their own twist on Macau, so it's not 100% accurate, but at least they're not advertising it as the 100% accurate track. So if you play Macau and you think, oh, this doesn't seem quite right, or they've missed some of these corners or a chicane or whatever, yeah, that's because they've kind of put their own twist in it. I think mainly it's going to be, it looks like it's pretty much the same track as what was in Ride 2, apart from this time you can ride it at night, and you've got obviously all the lights and the reflections off the road and that. So yeah, it's looking very promising for Ride 3. Everything is shaping up to be good. It's yeah, time to get aboard the hype train, which I know some people will be a bit dubious about doing that, but yeah, I'm excited, really excited about it, and I just cannot wait to start playing. Obviously I will do my first play and first impressions video, and then we'll get into like the brand new career mode and stuff like that. So looking forward to it, and yeah, just gotta wait 2 more weeks and then we will be able to play Ride 3 finally. So yeah, 60 FPS. I will do obviously a comparison video again. I know I've done one on the Macau circuit, but I'll be able to do one using all my own footage. The Ride 3 Macau obviously wasn't my footage, but yeah, I'll do a proper comparison like I did with Ride 1 and 2. Oh, fucking hell. Okay. So yeah, Ride 3. It is coming out soon. They've obviously released all their DLC plans as well, which is looking pretty good. And it is nice when a game company actually release their DLC plans before the game comes out, because if you're not sure whether to buy a season pass or not, at least you can look at the content that you're going to get in the DLCs, and then you can decide then, shall I just get the standard edition, shall I go for the limited edition or the gold edition or whatever. So go and have a look at the DLC plans if you're not entirely sure yet whether to pre-order a copy with the season pass included, because obviously it will be cheaper without the season pass, but if you like the look of the DLCs, then go ahead and get the one with the season pass, because then at least you know what you're getting, so you can't really be disappointed if they're just like, okay, here's one bike and that's it. So yeah, it is a good idea, and yeah, I think more game companies should be a lot more transparent with DLC. I know that quite a few of them are, but putting out like literally the whole list of DLC, yeah, it just makes more sense, because sometimes you buy a season pass and you don't actually know what you're going to get. So yeah, season pass will be available. All the DLCs are ready to look at. Obviously we've got the full bike list, we've got the full track list and everything. We've had a little look at the livery editor as well. They released a little video about that. So yeah, Ride 3 is on its way, and at 60 FPS on PS4 Pro, Xbox One X and PC. So let me know in the comments, guys, if you're excited for Ride 3, and if you're excited to see some videos on it as well, because they will be coming thick and fast when Ride 3 comes out. Obviously, still got to do all my bits and bobs. I mean, literally, the longest thing that I have to wait for when I'm making a video, it's not always necessarily the recording and the editing, it's the exporting. When I export a video to MP4, especially like a lot of my videos now are like over half an hour long, especially the MotoGP ones, it takes probably about 2 to 3 hours just to export it into a MP4 format, and then it takes probably a good hour, if not longer, to get it uploaded and processed on YouTube. And then sometimes it doesn't even render it in full HD straight away, so you have to wait even longer for it to render in full HD. So yeah, that's kind of like the process I have to go through every time I make a video. So yeah, I tend to, or I try to, when one is exporting, I'll try and record another video, but then I can't actually edit that video until the other one's finished exporting, because the software I use to edit my videos basically when it's exporting, that's all you can use it for. So a bit of a pain in the ass, but yeah, that's what I have to go through, but it's fine. Once it's done and uploaded, it's ready for you guys to enjoy. But yeah, Ride 3, there's going to be a lot of content coming up, so definitely something to look forward to on the channel. Obviously be finishing off MotoGP 18 very soon as well. We've only got a few rounds left in that to go, and then yeah, it won't be long until Ride 3 comes out. And of course I will do more Ride 2 videos in the lead up to Ride 3 as well. Obviously this has been the first one. So that was a race win aboard our MV Augusta F4. Now we're going to go on to another race, probably using the same bike for now, and then we'll probably change it up a bit for another race that we'll do. So that was Road America done. Okay, so this time we're going to race at the really long, well, not really overly long, but the kind of longish open Argentinian circuit. Oh, not the best of starts. We've lost loads of places down to 14th place. Still aboard our MV Augusta F4. And yeah, we're up to 8th. Okay, oh, we're good on the brakes into that. Okay. Yeah, the handling of Ride 3 is definitely something I want to kind of compare to whether it's going to handle similar to Ride 2, whether it's going to handle similar to MotoGP, or... I mean, Ride 2, that felt very similar to MotoGP 17. Physics-wise was quite similar, but obviously they've moved on with their physics and that, and they got the new Unreal Engine, so... yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how the game feels. My first play on it, I will probably just try and play it as I would Ride 2 and see if it works or not. May end up crashing, may end up just getting to grips with it. It's not going to be like stupidly overly different, so it's not going to be like I'm going to be wobbling all over the place like a lot of gameplay that's out there at the moment of Ride 3, with just people wobbling all over the place and crashing at every corner, which is not how you want to be showing off a game. So yeah, I think that they've just never played a bike game before and have no idea what they're doing. So yeah, hopefully I'll be able to show Ride 3 off and do it the justice, well, give it the justice it deserves. Yeah. Looking forward to it. Hopefully there won't be any game-breaking bugs or anything. Hopefully it's nice and polished. Obviously, MotoGP is obviously a licensed product. Ride is Milestone's own IP, so you'd think that they'd try and take a little extra care over their own IP. Let's try and make it as good as possible, make it as polished as possible, and yeah, we'll find out in 2 weeks' time when the game releases. But yeah, I've enjoyed going back to Ride 2 again. I know I keep like dipping in and out of Ride 2, but yeah, it's still such a fun game to come back to, especially when I start getting a bit, you know, tired or whatever of MotoGP, because there's obviously a lot more bikes that you can use in Ride 2. There's a lot more circuits as well, and different disciplines and stuff. So it's always a good game to come back to, and just you know, you can relax with it and customize a lot more than MotoGP and stuff like that. So it's definitely one of my go-to games if I kind of just need to have a bit of fun. I don't really have to think too much with Ride 2. Don't have to try and like shave like tenths of seconds off lap times and that. It just seems to be able to, I don't know, relax back into it, and it doesn't really take me too many laps to kind of get used to the handling again, because it is a bit different from MotoGP 18. And I said it's similar to MotoGP 17, but it does feel a bit different to 18, because MotoGP 18 you can change direction quicker than what you can in Ride 2, and physics are definitely different as well. So yeah, it just takes like a couple of laps to get back into the swing of things, but after that we're good to go. Although the leader in this race is long gone at the moment. I have no idea what bike he's on, but we are in 3rd place at the moment. Our teammate is just ahead in 2nd. Of course, he's on a identical bike to me, as they usually are when you use someone from your friends list. I'm hoping online stability for Ride 3 is going to be better than Ride 2 and much better than MotoGP 18, because I would like to run a league on Ride 3. And I think it would be quite cool as well, especially with the delivery editor. You're not really going to get people on the exact same bikes if I do a league. Like, I know that a lot of people chose Yamaha R1s in the Superbike league that I ran, but obviously on Ride 2 there's only a few livery colours that you can choose from. But with the livery editor, you'll be able to make your own unique livery and stuff like that. So if I do get to do a league on Ride 3, then at least there's going to be a lot more differences between bikes this time round. Even if people do tend to go for the same kind of make and model of bike, at least they're going to, livery-wise, they're going to look different. So people are going to be able to stand out more, and that's a good thing. There's nothing worse than like going online and then you pick a bike and someone's pretty much got the exact same livery as you, and then they've kind of matched their levers as you do as well, and you don't really stick out as much as you thought you would. So yeah, the livery editor is definitely something. I will probably try and get into the livery editor more than I have done so in other games in the past, like Forza. I've never really been that good at like doing liveries, and that is not really one of my talents, I have to say. But I am going to try and get into it a bit more and give it a bit more time and see what I can come up with, because you know, they seem to have put in quite a bit of effort into the livery editor with Ride 3. So I think it's only fair that I give time back to it and see if I can come up with something okay, because I'm probably not going to come up with anything like out of this world or anything, but yeah, see what I can come up with and share it online for you guys to use as well. Okay, well, it's looking like we're not going to be able to catch the leader of this race. He is long gone, and we are on the final lap, so yeah, I don't think we're going to be able to catch him. Well, just about see him. I just saw him go around the corner, but we are really far behind. We're pulling away from third place now, so yeah, second place is definitely looking on the cards. Yeah, I mean, we have closed that gap down a tiny bit, but not enough to be able to catch up to the leader, especially now we're in pretty much the final sector of the lap. I think we'll do one more race after this one. I'll change bike as well. I think I might get into kind of like the comfy slipper of bikes for me, which yeah, I will show you guys in the next race. So just got a couple corners left to go, so we are going to finish in second place for this one. I think this race took me a little bit longer to put an actual decent lap together. We got the run to the line, so second place on this one. I want to know what bike the leader was on, because that seemed pretty quick. Not that I really got anywhere near him to be able to see what bike he was on. So we'll have a little look. That MV Augusta is such a nice looking bike. So yeah, second place. So what bike was the leader on? Okay, he was on the Bimota. Okay, so yeah, I said I was going to slip back into the comfy slippers bike for me, which is the Suzuki GSXR 600. This is actually the bike that I won the Super Sport League with, except for I've done the race upgrade for it, so it's completely turned into a race bike now. Obviously, when you do that, you do race specs for the bike. You get different liveries and that. You get to put your race number on it. So, yeah, it's this is actually the bike that I won the Super Sport League with. Except for back then, it wasn't in a race spec. It was just in pretty much stock spec, just with obviously upgrades on it. That was definitely a fun league. I enjoyed doing that league, and yeah, hopefully I'll get to do something very similar with Ride 3. Obviously, we're going to have more bikes than that, more updated bikes, and yeah, a good thing as well is like even if you use like a standard road bike, you could still kind of technically turn it into like a race spec bike and put your race number on it. You can still keep the lights on that, so you could almost like turn it into an endurance bike. But yeah, there's a lot of possibilities with the livery editor, so yeah, we're gonna have a little play with that when it comes out. I will do like a video on it to show you guys how it works and stuff, which is probably quite self-explanatory. If you've used a livery editor in a racing game before, it's probably very similar. But yeah, obviously we haven't got as much space to work with on bikes as we do cars, so yeah, everything's going to be down to like the smallest details and stuff. So yeah, I keep talking about the livery editor, but it's something that's never really interested me that much with like Forza and that. The livery editor is kind of, to me, it's I prefer using other people's liveries that they've made. Like on Forza Horizon 4, if I like buy a new car on that, I'll have a look to see what the top liveries are for that, and then I will pick one that I like. But yeah, I've never really got into it too much. But yeah, like I said, I will delve into it a bit more with Ride 3 and try to come up with something something good. But knowing me, it'll probably look like someone's either thrown up over a bike or like a 2-year-old's coloured it in with a crayon or something. But yeah, Ride 3 very, very soon. This year has gone so quick as well. It only seemed like yesterday that Ride 3 was getting first announced, and it felt like it was ages away and felt like it was never going to come. But now we're just like 2 weeks away. I know that the last few days are probably going to like seem like they're taking forever, but before we know it, it's going to be out, and before we know it, we're going to be in December, and yeah, we're getting towards the end of the year. It's crazy. MotoGP is this weekend, the final race of the season. That is going to be at Valencia. It's going to be the final race for Dani Pedrosa. Obviously, he's retiring from racing, but he is going to be test rider for Red Bull KTM. Bradley Smith, unfortunately, hasn't got a ride in the GP class, but he is going to be Aprilia's test rider, and he's going to be doing some wildcards on the Aprilia next season, and he's going to be doing Moto E as well. So he's going to be doing all the races in Moto E. Some quite interesting names in Moto E that come up, like Sete Gibernel's come out of retirement to race in Moto E, which is yeah, a bit of a strange one, but it'd be good to see him back on a bike. Just be interesting to see what kind of speed he's got now. Obviously he's a lot older than when he last raced, and there's a lot of young fast riders. You got Maria Herrera, she's come over from World Supersport 300. She's going to be racing in Moto E. You got Lorenzo Savadori from World Superbikes. He was racing for Milwaukee Aprilia this season. He is going to Moto E. And there's like loads of riders in there. Obviously you got Simeon, who races for Avintia Ducati this season in MotoGP. He is going to be racing for Avintia in Moto E next season. And obviously there's like a list of names that you can check out and have a look to see what riders are up to. It's also going to be the last race in MotoGP for Scott Redding before he goes over to PBM Ducati at well in British Superbikes. It's going to be the last race in MotoGP class for, well, at the moment for Thomas Luthi. Obviously he's dropping back down to Moto2 next season. Yeah, so there's a few riders. Obviously Bautista as well, can't forget Bautista. It's his last MotoGP race as well, and his last home race in MotoGP, as well as Pedrosa, before Bautista goes, well, makes a switch to World Superbikes aboard the brand new Ducati V4, which looks like an absolute beast. If you've not seen what the new V4 Ducati looks like, just go and have a look. It is an insane looking machine, and yeah, but they had like a private test, quite a few of the World Superbike teams, and it was still Jonathan Rea who was quickest on day one in the dry aboard the 2019 Kawasaki. And yeah, so Kawasaki's got a new bike, Ducati's got a new bike, you've got BMW, they've got a new S1000RR, so obviously you've got Tom Sykes riding for them. So it'd be interesting to see how Sykes gets on with the new Beamer. You got Honda making like a factory effort. So yeah, everyone seems to be stepping their games up in Superbikes. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be an interesting season in like all three championships: British Superbikes, World Superbikes, and MotoGP. Because there's quite a few changes going on. So I think we're in for a really good season of racing next year. I think it's going to be a vintage year next year. I think, yeah, we're going to get a lot of good racing next year, just purely from all the changes and that. But yeah, we managed to win aboard our Suzuki GSX-R 600. And that is it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to leave this video a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to my channel for more content. And I shall see you guys in the next video. See you.